Okay, welcome everybody to Coffee and Art in the Morning and the Stream-a-thon. Where's the coffee? I do have my coffee over here on my little cup warmer. So, Happy New Year, everybody. I think we're about 10 minutes away from the first part of Australia hitting New Year, hitting 2018. I'm pretty sure. I looked it up to make sure, and I think I got it right. I think Jean set it up that the first streamer will, which she set me up as, will be the first one to welcome Australia into 2018. And thanks again to Jean, the musical scrapper Jean, for setting up and making the schedule for all the streamers. Of course, you won't if you're watching this recording, it's going to be too late for you to go watch everybody live. But the musical scrapper blogspot, Jean has a schedule there, and anybody here in chat that wants to post the next streamers coming up, and if you're here and you're a streamer, feel free to post a link and tell I would suggest going to Jean's blog for times because everybody's time is going to be different. We got people from all around the world here, and it's going to be tough to say, well, exactly what time your time is when the next person starts. So right now it's about 7:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks. Happy New Year to you guys too. So let's go ahead and get started. I pretty much set things up so I wouldn't have to dig like we normally do. Because, we wing it here a lot. So anyway, I have probably a little less than 3 hours. Ustream gives you about 2 hours and 50 minutes, give or take. So if it ends up being cut off at the very end, just know we ran out of time. Go to the next streamer. Okay, so what I've done for my plan for the Stream-a-thon and I bought a couple more of these inserts, and these are the craft covered inserts. And so I am going to, you can get these at Michael's. These are the Recollection brands. And they're your standard traveler's journal insert. So I'm going to do collages on these, my usual kind of mixed media collage that y'all see me do all the time. And, okay, Jean. And they're the same kind of collage. Here's some of my art cards. And if you've seen my mixed media art journals, my altered books, all those, I'm not going to show them now. I've shown them tons of times, but I'll show you a couple of cards. When you put it up, you put the wrong day. Jean, what'd you do, Jean? Put it into last year? Jean. Oh my goodness. So these are the kind of mixed media collages that I do with little parts of calendars and images and magazines and all that. And then I add paint and make my own little worlds in them. So here's a few samples. And I don't sell these. I give these away. These are my little treats to you guys when I make them. And of course you see me make the same kind of process in my big journals and in my altered books. So there's a few samples. Here's some of the ones we made last week. Here. So they're all, essentially just little worlds. So I have everything set up. Let me move a couple other things out of the way so we have plenty of space. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the covers of these. Now, I could paint the backs black as well. Oh, thanks, Eileen. I'm going to, do the fronts, and I got my wax paper, I got my matte medium, and I use golden matte medium for the glue and for a coating on the images so that I can move and manipulate paint. And the kind of paint I use is just plain old, let me see, get one here. I use Americana mostly, but any craft paint will do. These are the Deco Art Americana craft paints, and I probably will use a half a thing of baby wipes. I use a lot of baby wipes. So, yeah, if the light keeps flashing in and out, let's make it do the light lock in there. If it, yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I will be giving these away, by the way. I will be giving these away. All right, so I pulled out already a glue brush, which is the only brushes that I keep in water. I keep my glue brushes in water so they stay soft, you know. And yeah, so there's that. I'm going to kind of move all my images. You'll see, now the only thing I do have to still do is I have to go through these and make my little scenes. But I do have enough picked out here, I think, to do that. I hope. I went through and picked out tons of collage stuff, so hopefully I got enough out. Hey, Kat, everybody else popping in, thanks for being here. All right, so now I'm going to get 3 little pieces of wax paper. I know it's probably loud. That'll wake you up, right? To put on the insides of each one of these, so that I'm not getting glue and paint on the inside. This one's a grid one. Let's see this. I think there's different ones. Maybe they're all grid. Let's see. There's a grid one, and this one's a blank one. So I got 2 grid ones and a blank. And they're all your standard traveler's size inserts. Okay, so I might have to trim it. Oh, let's just flip them to the back. There we go. Let's just flip the wax paper to the back, because it'll just protect the innards. The innards. Blogfix says Sunday and Monday. Yes, Dee Dee, I put in the yes. Cheers. We love you, Sassy Pants. Okay, so there we go. Let's see, this one came out. I might have to tape it because I'm working on 3 of them, so I don't want to be fighting the wax paper. Let's put a little piece of washi tape on the back just to hold it. Happy New Year to you too, Janet. Okay, so let's see, maybe a little on the inside too, just so it doesn't move. And Janet's going to be doing some planner stuff. Jean's doing planner stuff. I think a lot of us are doing planner stuff. Okay, so how many here are doing some sort of planner, whether it's a syllables or a me and my big idea planner, or a, you know, who here is doing planners for the new year? Y'all know I've got probably about 5-6 different binders and planners. Is everybody here on the planner bandwagon? Okay, so there we go. All right. It's almost 8 o'clock. Oh, Hubster. Hubster just came in. I think, Jean, am I correct that at 8 a.m. my time, at 8 a.m., is that when Australia's first, a part of Australia anyway, the first part of Australia, it's 2018? I want to get that right. I looked it up and I think I'm right, which is about 1 minute. 1 minute till Australia. We're trying to go around the world and wish everybody around the world Happy New Year. For Sydney, okay, so I have about 1 minute till. So yeah, Hubster just came in. Yeah, it's Sydney time. Okay, so there it is. It's okay, so Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Sydney. Wait, come back in there.
Happy New Year.
To Australia.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not going to drink it, honey. Hubster said if I start drinking champagne, we're going to have a big time here if I start drinking shampoo. Shampoo. I just read. If I started drinking champagne at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Well, it's good.
It's good? Okay. Happy New Yeah, so Happy New Year to the East Coast of Australia. The girls, I can tell you, it's gonna be a giggle fest around here. Okay, so yeah, I know. I don't know why I said shampoo. I probably connected it with a word in chat. Poo. Okay. But anyway, I got my coffee. I got my coffee sitting over here on my Annie V hot plate, my coffee warmer. So it's way over there on the side, so I don't knock it over. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is pick some collage stuff, and I'm going to do 3 little scenes. I should probably roll my sleeves up one here. I'm going to do 3 little scenes, and then and start. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, now my eyes are watering. Okay, so let's see here. I've got all kinds of collage parts and bits and stuff over here. And I got fractals, and y'all know I love to have watch parts and things like that, watches and time, and illustrate time. So I'm going to go ahead and tear some different parts. I only got 3 here. I'm only doing the fronts. I'll probably just paint the backs black, okay? But I'm going to do the fronts. I want to get crack-a-lackin' so we have time to get them done. Okay, so I think I'll do that one here. Let's go ahead and start with our time. You know, because it is New Year, we got to indicate time, right? We have to indicate time in our New Year collages. Let's see. Got some more watches under here. Oh, my eyes are watering now, guys. All right, where's my scissors? And if you tear collage, I know I'm cutting right now, but if you tear collage, it will, one of the things about tearing, it's easier to blend. It's easier to blend with the paint when you go to paint. Here's a blue one. Let's see. So maybe I'll do a double, I'll call it a double helix. But let's see. And maybe a larger one-on-one. Here, let's go with this large. Let's cut this one in half. So, if y'all have any questions when my eyes quit watering and I can read chat, thanks for everybody for being here bright and early. And again, Happy New Year to, as the clock changes around to the different time zones. Let's see, I think I'll do that. Okay. I should probably try, maybe I should tape them, well, I can't because then it'll be in my way. Tape will be in my way. They'll just have to be a little, maybe I could, no, I can't. All right, so let's see. We got some time indicators. Let's see, let's get some worlds going here. Do I want these fractals? I like this one for a blue because this one's blue. Maybe we'll do this. Maybe I don't need that one. Maybe I just need this one. So this is the kind of the part where you got to kind of think and play a little bit. You know? Can y'all see okay? I hope. Let's see. I like this. I want to try to do some little bit of color in these because I'm giving them away. And I want, I like that there. Roll up a piece of tape. Oh, yeah, there we go. I don't know if, I don't want to tear, you know, get anything torn, so washi tape it is. Thank you, Dragon Slayer. She said just roll up a piece of tape and put it under there. Hello. Can you think of, I can't think this early. Well, I'm not much early. I'm only about an hour earlier than I usually am. Yeah. When my usual stream time. Okay. There we go. All right, so we got that going, got that going. Let's see. Oh, see, it's not sticking to it's not wanting to stick to the wax paper. But I have to have the wax paper. I think it'll be all right. We'll roll with it. I think y'all can see it, right? Y'all can see. Okay. Oh my goodness, the girls crack me up. Okay, so let's see what else I need here. Got the watch parts, and then it's serendipitous. I have jewelry bits. I have flowers and all kinds of things here. I like this. I really like that. It's almost like a sunburst, like a sunrise. Maybe I'll go with that. Like stained glass, stained glass window parts. That may be a good horizon for this one. You always have good ideas. All right. Let's see. I love these dark. I'm trying to put some color in this today. So let's see. This one needs some little buildings or something coming down here. Maybe see a little jewelry. Like this is a piece of an earring or something. And look, I just cut it out, turn it. Now it's a little building. See that? I think I want to cut this down a little shorter. And maybe get rid, because I can paint this black out. I mean, paint this background out. But I want to have room for that little jewelry bit to come popping out of there. Let's see, maybe I want this spacing. No, I really like it that way. This is the part you just got to kind of play around with till you get it where you want it. Something like that. Carrie! Pixie is here? Pixie! I haven't seen her name. I haven't seen her name roll by yet. Oh, she is. Well, I hope that means that she's going to be coming back to the stream world. See, I got all kinds of stuff here, guys. Sip of coffee. Hang on. All right. I hope that means you're going to be coming back to the stream world, girl. Yep. Let's push that back down. Stay tape, stay. I know it's good to see the Pixie. She hasn't been around for a while. She moved and all kinds of things. So maybe I like this one as much, if not better. Maybe both of them, one in front of the other. These are going to be some busy ones, I'll tell you. All right. Maybe I need a smaller piece of time. Maybe time needs to be smaller here. Or you know what? I think I need to cut this top off here. There we go. There we go. Something like that. Okay. I just have to decide which way I want it to be. Like that, I think. It looks like a hot air. They do kind of look like hot air balloons. That wasn't my intention. My intention is going to be buildings. But, yeah. They do kind of look like hot air balloons because of that, right? Well, hey, maybe the buildings look like hot air balloons in this world. Maybe the buildings can disconnect from their base and travel. You see? That's a good little story going on there. Okay, let's see. I like this too. That's a little big though. And I like this better. So we'll keep this for another day. Because look, I see a whole nother world right there. Oh. Just trying to get that auto off there, but it's going to be auto, I think. Auto lighting. We're good, though. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with that. Let's see. See, look, little bits of just all kinds of little things. That just works. Well, it will work. Let's just say, just trust me. We'll work it out. We always make it work somehow. I don't think I want any flowers right now. I'm kind of sticking with these building themes. Although a flower might look good right there, but it has to be the right color. Okay, let's see. Or it could be another world. Marbles are good for worlds. Let's see. Here's a blue world. Here's another one. Let's cut this one out. Stick. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. And I may not want this. Here. May want something else there. If you have any questions, put them in caps or just enjoy hanging out. Get your coffee because I know it's early for most of you, especially you guys on the West Coast. Thanks so much for being here. You know? Yeah, washi tape's not meant to really tape, but I don't want to put real tape to the back side of this because it may tear it. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's see. See, look how, I love collage, I have to say. All right, this is more what I'm looking for at the bottom here. Something like this. Let's go with this. Okay, there we go. I'm liking that. And maybe a little bit of that up here too. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to start gluing, people. We're going to glue. Because I do want to have plenty of time to do giveaways. I'm going to give away all 3 of these. All right, so let's move the collage a little more to the side. Get my baby wipes out a couple. Oh wait, I just saw something else I love. Ugh. I'm thinking, I don't know. Maybe it's just this is so big. Maybe I need a smaller watch thing up there. Maybe that's what it is. But I like a little bit of the gold in there. Ah, here's one with gold in it. All right, let's see about this bit. I think this is just too big. Let's go with this. With some of this behind it. There we go. I'm liking that better. All right. It's like old home week. I know, the old timers coming in for the new year and the newbies. Yes, Jean. Oh, so awesome. Okay, so I am going to, let's just move each one to the side for a minute so I have room for one at a time to glue. All right, so now I'm going to pour out some matte medium and y'all know my palettes and glue trays and all that are just coffee lids. So, and I always put a baggie or a piece of plastic over the lid so that you don't glue your lid shut. So I think that we'll start with that much. You don't want to glue. Hey, Queen Pam. And Pam is one of our streamers today. All right, so now I got my wet, damp glue brush, the ones that stay in the water. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of slide this over to the side here. And I am going to put a nice coat of matte medium over the whole thing. Remember, I have wax paper completely wrapped around this little traveler's size booklet. Okay, now I want to put glue on the back of each piece, then over the top, and then let's move that down a little. While it's wet, you can slide things around. And then after I get it all set on here, I will go over it with a card to smash everything down. Let's do that. And then this one's on top of this. Do I want that? Well, maybe I think I want this. Let me lift that up. I think I want that on top. Can y'all see? Do I need to zoom in? I don't know. I was going to wait and zoom in when I started painting so that y'all could just see the overall thing here. Let's see. There. And then maybe this little bit right over here somewhere. Okay. All right. Oops. Stay put. All right, now let me get a card and just use, you know, gift card, credit card, you know, whatever. And get everything mashed down, get all the wrinkles out, and gets it nice and glued down. Okay, set this one over here and swap. Okay, let's just move everything to the side. I'm looking for any questions. Seeing it fine, thanks, Terry. Yeah, it's not real zoomed in for detail, but when I go to paint, we'll do that. As long as my camera, for some reason I was having camera software issues this morning, and my camera software wouldn't want to open. And I went in and cleared cache and restarted, and it finally came up in the background, but it's, for some reason, it's just not working like it should. So we're gonna roll with it, but yeah. Okay, I want that right there because I want that lined up right there. And then some background here. And I don't worry if anything's hanging over the edge because I'll just cut that off. That's the same thing when I do my cards. I don't worry about anything hanging over the edge. I'll just cut the excess off after we dry it with the heat gun. Okay, let's get this cleaned off. I dropped it in there. I'll just get another one. It's too. Alrighty. So most of y'all that have been here lots or watch any of my YouTube recordings, you've seen me do this a gazillion times with art cards and in art journals and in altered books. And it's all the same. It's all the same process. Okay, so we got this one started. All right, let's go to this third one here. So I hope everybody's got plans to watch the streamers and do some projects of your own while you're watching. And let's go this way. Yes? Do you guys have projects planned? Okay, I'm going to just tear all of that off there. Second one looks like a tribal mask. It kind of does, yeah. Okay, do I want this one up here? I think we'll go like that. Because we're going to paint in all the backgrounds and everything. All right, now let's smooth this one out. Sure, get all the edges. And you want to take a little bit of time, make sure, some papers, calendar or magazine pages are thinner than others. So you ought, take your time to really mash that down well so that there's no wrinkles. Some thicker papers don't wrinkle at all, and then some are really wrinkle. All right, so I think I got everything glued. So let me go ahead and put my brush back in the water. And I'm going to, this is real sticky now, so I'm just going to get a new piece of wax paper to paint on. So that I'm not running I'm being a little extra cautious because of, these are giveaways. So I'm really trying to not get them too jacked up. You know what I mean, Vern? Alrighty, so now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to pick each one up and kind of dry them. But the matte medium is still coated on there. So when I go to use my paint, there's still a barrier on the piece with the matte medium, even though it's dry. Let's wipe a little excess off right there. Aw, thanks, Kimberly. I hope they'll be awesome. Hang on, let me get this. I got a little excess down here. Let's wipe that off. Okay. So now let me move all these little bits of collage off my table so I have room to spread out. Okay. Whoa, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Make sure you put your lid on tight. Oh my gosh. It is early. It is early. More baby wipes, please. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's move the matte medium out of the way. Okay, so there's our 3. Let's go ahead and trim off the excess. And a little over here on these edges because these fold over. I might just run a little bit of matte medium with my finger over that. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. Just to get those edges nice and glued down. Hey, Mink. Scoobs. Hey, Scoobs. Happy New Year. Almost for us. Okay. Glue that down good. Got a little bit on the edge there. Just trimming off all the little overhangs. Okay. And we got this, double-sided tape on here to hold it shut a little bit, anyway, while we're working on it. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Let's see if the tape will hold down. So we got our 3 different travelers, craft colored ones, but it's all going to be painted over anyway. But the inside's going to still be craft. The inside of the covers will still be craft. So, okay, let's get some paint. So I'm going to get out a tray. This is all dry here. And if y'all are some of those that like to keep the paint skins, if you put your paint up on plastic trays, then you get these cool little acrylic paint skins that you can peel off. I usually just add a whole nother layer of paint on top. Hey, Button, Pacola, Janice, Grammy, Lynn, CBC, everybody that's popping in, Morgan. Thanks, guys, for being here. It's only 8:30 Eastern, and we have almost 100 people. Thanks, everybody. Okay, now I got to pick colors. Of course, we want black and white. So let me get black and white. And I have new, it's probably going to sound like I'm on my last drop of paint, but I'm really not. Just in this one. I have more. Okay, so let's get out a little bit of white. And then I'll need some white that I can water down. So I usually put a separate white in. This is where I'll water it down. The rest of the colors I don't water down. Just where I'm going to sprinkle stars, I water that down. Okay, now I got to decide what colors I'm liking here. And sorry for it splashing it out, guys. My camera software is not behaving this morning. So it's not letting me like take it off of auto and other things. So we'll just have to roll with it. But I don't think it's too bad. Let me see if I can zoom in though. There we go. Ooh, not that far. Oh, it's not letting me do in between. Oh, that's pretty I guess that's a little in between. Wow. I don't know about this. Okay, there we go. I think that's a little closer. I think that's a little closer. Maybe it's not. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I know I'm going to want this tealy color, which I already know is bluegrass green on this one and this one. This one I want a different blue. So I'm going to get some bluegrass green for these, and then I want a deeper blue for this one, like a true blue. Let's see. No, not that one. It's almost like ultramarino. Maybe it's a little darker, but not. I could probably add a little bit of light to it. I just want a different shade of blue for this one. So let's add a little bit of blue. I might lighten it up a little. We'll see. And then some yellow and some yellow ochre. Let's see. I'm gonna put some of that on another tray because I'll end up getting it mixed into the black if I'm not careful. All right, so let's get some yellow. Hey, Krusty. I know there's a whole bunch of people popping in I'm missing. So some yellow, which is cad yellow. And then I need a little bit, probably of some kind of a, this is called antique gold. It's like a yellow ochre. There's also a yellow ochre and yellow ochre. Okay, this one I think is a little, let's pour a little out. So there's that. Okay, I think those are the colors that I'll go with today. If I need more, I'll pull some more out. All right, let me get some brushes. Couple sizes here. Little brushes. But I usually start out with finger painting. So we're going to start with black and finger painting. So I'm going to try to, it's all wrapped up with wax paper, but we'll see. I'll try to still be a little careful. But if you win one of these and there's paint somewhere, don't email me. I'm making, these are the Travelers, the Recollection brand craft color traveler size inserts. And I'm doing collages on 3 of them for giveaways today. Hey, Teresa Crafting Cast. Hey, Wee Hootie. Hey, everybody popping in. Okay, so I'm going to start with black paint. And I start with finger painting. Now, one of the things about having it covered with the matte medium is if you get your paint where you don't want it, a baby wipe will just completely wipe it away. Okay? So you can't do that without matte medium. You know, some kind of a barrier. Maybe gesso. I don't know. I don't use gesso. If I need something whited out, I just use white paint. I've tried the clear gesso for a couple things like in the color books and stuff. But like that's not, you know, I got some on the circle there, so all I just do, and this is why you go through a lot of baby wipes. I'll just kind of fix the little circle there. And I'm just going to get all my background done here. And you know, if some of it's really tiny, I'll get in there with the brush. But I'm just getting rid of the background and a lot of the, you know, the background. So, and I'm just doing that with finger paint. It's my same process y'all see me do all the time. But if you're new here, then just enjoy the process. All right, so I'm going to start with that up here. And I am going to paint the back black too. So I will varnish the covers, but I'm not going to varnish the back. I'll just leave the back matte. But I do gloss varnish my more baby wipes. I do varnish the covers. I mean the fronts, just like I do my cards. Let me grab one here. So you can see, like, here's one of the cards. See how it's varnished? So I put a gloss varnish on the fronts, and the backs are just matte where I sign them. So it's the same process. Yep, I'm decorating Traveler's Notebook inserts. Okay, so let's keep rolling here. So is Pam the next one up after me, Jean? Or Pam, I think Pam's here. I think she's the next one up after me, Queen Pam. Am I right? And then I'll just take my baby wipe. And you go through a lot of baby wipes. And I'm going to kind of make it thinner. And then I'll take a clean one and kind of wipe away where I don't want it. I think I want that to go too. Yeah, I like that. But because of the matte medium, you can do wipe-aways. Okay, so I'm going to start with that. There's my base. Hey, Natalie, there's my base. It doesn't look like much now, but wait for it, wait for it. Okay, we're going to go to the next one. Again, more baby wipes. I can go through a half a pack of baby wipes. You will go through a lot of baby wipes because you just do. Okay, let's go to the next one. You come on at 2:45. Okay, who's oh, Kathy Kayberg. Kathy's up next. Okay, Kathy Kayberg. Okay. Y'all feel free to put your times in there in the links. And Jean, of course, if you're watching this live, or well, if you want to see the list and go through each one, Jean is the musicalscrapper.blogspot. And she has a complete schedule over there on her blog. And Jean is the one that has been organizing the Stream-a-thons for at least a couple of the few of the years. And so Jean works hard at getting that together, especially when she has vacation herself in between. You know, she has vacation, Christmas holidays, where she goes and visits her family out of town. So it's, you know, it's tricky business, but she manages it. So we appreciate you, Sassy Pants. That's my nickname for her, Sassy Pants. And most everybody knows why here. You're doing masterboard ATCs. Pam is doing masterboard ATCs. I don't know what a masterboard ATC. Is that like a vision board? Okay, thanks, Jean. I don't know what a masterboard ATC is. Okay, so there's the second one. And then right in here where I'm going to want that to be black inside there, obviously can't get in there with a finger, so I'm going to get in there with a paintbrush. Okay, so let's just do all the edges here and kind of blend that out. Okay, let's put this one aside. And again, I'm not worried about getting paint on the back. Well, for one, there's plastic on, wax paper on most of it, but I'm going to paint the backs anyway. Okay. Thank you, Sassy. Okay, next one here. And if we get these done in under 2 hours and 50 minutes, that's about how long we have on Ustream. It's a little less than 3 hours. Don't ask me why, but it works out that way. We'll find something else to do. we never run out of projects around here, people. We always find things to do. But I wanted to make sure that I got these done, and because I'm giving these away today, I'm giving away all 3 of them, and so we'll do that after we get these done. And again, you don't have to use your fingers. I just like the way it blends nicely with your finger. But, you use a paintbrush if you don't like to get messy. All right. There we go. All right, let me clean up again. We'll dry these, and then we'll add another layer. Another baby wipe. I mean, literally, guys, I can go through a half a pack of baby wipes doing this, so. You never run out of things, only time. Yes, exactly, Julie. We run out of time before we run out of projects. All right, so let's go ahead and hit all this with a heat gun. Heat gun. I can always paint the backs. I can varnish them. We'll find something to do. Thanks, Janet. Janet's doing something with planner inserts, and I don't know who else. I missed when I asked earlier in chat who else was doing anything with planners. Chat rolls pretty quick. Thanks, Mink Jones. Okay, so you can see I got little pieces of tape here trying to hold the wax paper around them, right? Okay, so now the next step I want to do is, I think I want to do some scraping. Let's get a palette knife. So I use my plastic palette knife here. And then we'll do some stars. And then we'll do detail. You're doing, all right, Kathy Kaberg is doing an art journal page with her word for 2018. So if anyone wants to pick a word and work along, they can. Oh, awesome, Kathy. A lot of people do the word, pick a word for a year and kind of work around their word and incorporate it. Scooby says, Jean, thanks so much for organizing the Stream-a-thon. You're the best. Yes, she is, Scoobs. Jean is doing a 4x6 planner for to carry in your purse or handbag. Janet is making a traveler's notebook cover with built-in pockets, like the one you practiced on yesterday, Janet. That was awesome. And I'll do the washi mixed media technique that you've all seen. Awesome. Here's an example of one of Janet's. Now this one's not a traveler's. This is just a well, it's kind of a traveler's, but she's got it's a different size. But she hand makes this paper. She hand makes the color paper with Magical's powders, cuts each one up into strips and weaves them. This is all hand woven cover. Yeah. So awesome. Okay. And I'm pretty sure she's giving some away too. Janet streams later tonight. And okay, so Kathy Kaberg, and just showing how you can use a magazine journal as a planner, so you don't have to buy a planner if you don't want to. And so, are y'all doing a split? Are y'all doing a split show, Kathy Kaberg? Are you doing half and just doing half? Hey, CB. I know Janet does some awesome paper making. Hey, K Moore. Anybody else I'm missing? Okay, so let's see what we can go here now. I'm going to scrape on some paint. All right, so I'm going to start with this teal color on these. And here's my yellow, too. I'm going to probably use both. Let's just do one here at a time. Anybody else have any information you want me to shout out? Put it in caps. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that. And I'm going to just kind of, it's hard to tell you how, there's no pressure, let's put it that way. There's no pressure, just lightly scraping across. Okay? I think I'll put some blue too, because I'm going to mix those two. I'm going to put a little bit of the tealy color and a little bit of the blue. And just kind of, what I'm just kind of doing is making a textury kind of background. Oh, I picked up some white. That's okay, because it's going to have white in it anyway. So I get all three. And it's kind of like my outer space. It's kind of how to do nebulization, as I call it. Of course, you can do water backgrounds, waterfall backgrounds. You can do all kinds of backgrounds with scraping your, dragging your palette knife over to make it like a background texture. Because this is going to be outer space. Okay. So there's a start. Let me see if I give you, let me get a piece of white paper here. Hang on, let's just dig out something here. Do I have a piece of, do I have any paper? Where's some paper? Just so y'all can see it. So you can see what I'm doing, because it's hard to kind of see on black. Okay, so I got the two colors. Let's get a little more teal. So see how I have two colors on there? And then what I'm going to do, let me put this for some pressure here. I'm just going to kind of drag. It just kind of drags across. And it just gives you odd textures. And this is just not something you can really plan out. You can do it with a card too. It's the same kind of thing you can do with a credit card scraping thing, but this just littler. Okay, you can do it smaller with the palette knife, and you can just get right in there with the, you know, the tip of a palette knife. And it's just easier to do with with a palette knife than it is a card. But you can do big areas. If you're doing a bigger piece, you can do this with a card too. Right? Okay. All right, let's move over to this one. And then I'm going to put some of the yellow in there too. But I'm going to start with these colors because it's just the background here. I'm going to do both blues. Maybe a little more yellow down in here. I think I'll go with more yellow down there. So let's just wait on that one. Okay, so I got some on that one. You have plenty of paper. What kind of... I know, Colleen. I'm just teasing, guys. It's just, I have paper, but you know, it's not handy. It's not just like sitting there, right? Okay. Yeah, I had to get it out of a stack. Okay, I think I want a little less paint there. Okay. So you just gotta kind of just play, and you can't be too. It can't be too perfect because it's not meant to be. All right, so down in here though, now I'm going to clean my blues off here and get into my yellow and my ochre. So I have yellow and the ochre here. Pick up those two. Hey, Coach Marie. And I'm going to do some of this. Oop, that's too much. I hit the edge. Let's not hit the edge there. I might put some water down in here. Maybe some water coming out of these pipes. Okay, so I'm just going to put that down at the bottom. Maybe just a little bit up here next to that yellow. And there is a curve on this. This is a booklet, right? So there's kind of a curve to it. You know, it's kind of curvy there. So you just can't be too fussy. Okay, so now let's go to this one. I'm going to go down in here. But it's just so fun, just scraping and playing with paint. But don't get all like, you have to kind of let it do what it's going to do. Just saying. You can kind of direct it a little, but it's pretty much serendipitous. And I'm going to paint the white with the brush. You know, paint that black. I'm going to paint that out. Okay. So you can just see there's all kinds of rocks and backgrounds and textures and, you know, it's just, then when you go to put the details in, that's when you sit there and you go, shh, 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 and you sit quietly and you contemplate what you see. Okay, so there we go. All right. Now the next thing I am going to do before I paint it, let me clean this up. Zoo baby wipes. I'm going to get a small brush. Let me go ahead and let me dry these real quick so I'm not dragging my sleeve through them. Okay, let's go ahead and dry them again. Oh, yay! Yeah, the viewers I'm sure are going to come and go. Thanks everybody for being here. People have to refresh. So it should be time in a few minutes. We already said Happy New Year to one part of Australia, Eastern Australia. And then, hey Meredith. Hi Meredith. How you doing, hon? Me and Miss Meredith go way back. So in about 10 more minutes, it should be time for maybe another part of Australia. I don't have my clock in front of me. I mean, I don't have my world clock in front of me. We already did a toast to Australia. Hubster brought some champagne. Yes, because you want some champagne? I went, no, honey, it's 7:45. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I got my coffee over here on my coffee warmer. Thanks, Taurus. Hey, Sherry. That's all right, Sherry. We're all not fully awake either. Okay, so let's splatter some stars, and then I should be able to take the wax paper out because I won't be doing anything else on the edges after I do the stars. Okay, so I put a little white paint in a smaller tray here because this is the only paint that I water down for the most part, you know, other than cleaning my brushes and maybe having a little excess paint water in my brushes. But I actually water this down and get a brush that's kind of floppy. See how the hairs are kind of floppy? This is before it's wet. See how they're kind of, it's a soft brush. And none of my brushes, guys, are expensive brushes. My expensive oil painting brushes and nice watercolor brushes, they're all in a roll. They're put away because I don't use any of my nice brushes on acrylic paint. They're all craft brushes that you can get like lots in a set, like get 10 or 20 in a set for $5. You can get the Artist Loft brands. I have a couple that are nice angle brushes that are like the Master's Touch from Hobby Lobby because I love me a nice angle brush. But even this one right here, this is a Artist Loft or a Craft Smart, one of the, I think this one's a Craft Smart, but they're both the Michaels brand, and they're just you know, inexpensive craft brushes. You don't need real expensive brushes to do this kind of acrylic paint and mixed media art journaling. Now, if you're doing nice watercolors like Jean's been doing awesome watercolors this last year, should call that the year of Jean and her watercolor. You know, you'll need nicer brushes for that. Paula's been doing watercolor, and so you'll want nicer if you want nice professional watercolors. This is not it's not professional, but it's not professional watercolor. Okay, so I'm going to tap a little excess off in the bowl here, and I'm going to try to hold this up and try not to get it on my camera. But I'm going to, it's got a little too much. I want it to be very light. So if it seems like it's popping off some bigger splashes, then kind of tap it off in your bowl and then come back over here. And these are my stars, and I'm just trying to get it light, and see there's a couple little splotches, which that's okay, but if you get something you don't like, you can wipe it away with your baby wipe. Okay, and then down here I'll probably have some water splashes. This will be water splashes down here. Okay, so there we go, so you can see a start there, and then I can always draw in with color, because color pencil, like I use my Prismacolor, color pencils will go over acrylic paint. Awesome. It won't go over the shiny paper if you don't have matte medium on it. But acrylic, it'll go over acrylic paint matte medium. So that's another reason to have your matte medium. But color pencils will go over awesome on top of acrylic paint. That's why I lot Eileen. In my color books, you know, I love to do backgrounds with acrylic paint because color pencil will do awesome things that you just can't do without a background of acrylic paint. So there's that one. Okay, and this one I want to paint in before I splatter. So let's split. Look, a little too much there. I want it light. I want it small. I want the dot small. And you can also do this with just a Posca paint pen. You'll just get better randomness by splattering than just taking a Posca or a gel pen with a white gel pen or a white Posca and drawing them in. You'll get much more randomness, which is, I think, is kind of what you want with stars. You don't want them perfect. You know, you want them scattered. All right, so let me set this aside for just a minute and get a small brush here with the black paint and paint in this right here because my finger wasn't small enough to get in there. This brush is a little flared. And they don't last forever. Your acrylic, these little brushes, the craft brushes, they don't last forever, but for practically a nickel each, they don't have to. But I do try to keep my brushes clean. I have a bucket of water right next to me that I clean them out. But I do not keep any of these brushes in water. Just my glue brushes. Those are the only ones that stay in water. Something like that. Maybe a little bit of blend over here. And I'll do more blendy and stuff. I just want to get the bulk of that white background before I splatter it. So you can see how we're going here. You like the unrandomness in your side. Oh, gee. Okay, now let's dry that black. Now go back over here with my watered down white. You got to water this down to like an ink consistency. You can't splatter this thick acrylic paint and get it tiny. You can't. It just won't work. You got to water it down. Okay, so we got about 3 minutes. So is the next spot that turns into 2018 in Australia or anywhere else? Does anybody know? I don't have my... Hey, Darcy, you should have come down, girl. Darcy lives in the ATL. She should have come down and hung out and streamed with us. Okay, so now I got star splatters on all of them. Let's dry them. Should have my New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, or New Year's clock brought up so we can see when places around the world are changing. Let's see. Got my time zones. New Year's in Australia. Adelaide, Australia is next. Okay, so let's see. I want the world. I looked up Australia before I came on, and so we clinked the champagne. Yeah, we got the East Coast, Kiggles. Aw, thanks. She's an Australian, so she's enjoyed watching us all year on YouTube. Thanks so much for doing all you do. You're welcome. So, well, I can't find where is it? My world clock. That's the one I had, I thought. I know that it already, an hour ago, changed on Eastern. So now it's Queensland and Guam at 9. Okay, thanks, Jean. So, Happy New Year to you guys. It's like 1 minute till. I know, it's awesome. Happy New Year, all you Aussies. All you awesome Aussies. There's a good one. Awesome Aussies. In Oz. Awesome Aussies in Oz. Happy New Year. Have daylight savings time. You're on the East Coast, yeah. And Queensland doesn't have daylight savings. And yeah, I know it is a little tricky with the daylight savings time. It's now Queensland. Okay, thanks. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I know. I think Hubster drank his glass of champagne. probably drank mine too. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so now let's add some details here. Let's add some details, and I can always splatter. If I, paint. If I paint over some of my stars, I can always just go back in and add more at the end of it. So it doesn't it doesn't matter too much if some of my stars get painted over. You like that, CV? I know, right? Oh, you notice he didn't come back up here on the top of the hour with any champagne. I'm drinking my coffee, so I have my coffee over here on my hot plate on my coffee cup warmer that Annie V sent. I have to keep it way off to the side though, because I'm not I can be clumsy. Okay, so now let's start playing with some details. So I think I'm going to get another. Let me get my angle brush here. I love angle brushes. And I think I can take let's take the wax paper out now. Because I'm not going to paint on the edges. So, and that was my concern. I do want to paint the background. When I go to paint the background, I'll stick another piece in to make sure the whole background is covered, so I don't get anything on the paper. Okay. Because the backgrounds will be painted black. Dee Dee is pre-gaming for all the news. I had before I closed out my phone, I had my clock there. The world clock or the world time zones. Okay. What brand of coffee warmer is it? It's Mr. Coffee. It's a Mr. Coffee coffee warmer. Yeah. I can't show you the box. I threw it away. I don't keep packaging. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do here. Now the sun's coming. I might have to close my blinds a little. So it's going to get flashed out here. Let's see if I can do that. And next, let's see, tomorrow, I do plan on streaming my usual time tomorrow morning. Is everybody finished up streaming in the Stream-a-thon by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, Jean? I want to make sure everybody, is finished before I come on. But I do plan on my usual Monday morning tomorrow. And I do have books, a book haul. I'll do books tomorrow. Hey, Mary Altier. All right, so let's see here. Let's come over here. And let me go ahead and show you a little bit with the, hang on. Let me get a couple pieces here. Let's see. There's an orange and a white. Black. I like these colors. I like these two colors. And I plenty of teal too here. Yeah. I probably need yellow now because I did a yellow. Okay, where's my sharpeners? Here they go. So you can draw in. Get one of these sharpened here. Draw in some extra planets and stuff. Oh, they look good as a set. Yeah, I'm going to give them away separate though. Okay, this one's not wanting to sharpen. I'll get another one. Here's a bright yellow. My time's free tomorrow. Thanks, Jean. Okay. Waiting for the book haul. Yeah, yeah, I got a bunch of good ones. The Family, and I got from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, different cards and things for Christmas gifts. Thanks, Dragon Slayer. Yeah, Jen ends at 4:45 in the morning. Okay. Okay, so maybe, let's see, this might be where I can zoom in a little. Let's see if it'll, There we go. Let's do a focus. Let me get it to autofocus here. Okay. Dee, are you streaming an hour early tomorrow? No, Terry, my usual time. Y'all know I just usually come on sometimes around, a little early. But no, my normal time is 9 Eastern. Yeah, no, you no, I'm not going to freak you out, make you. No, Terry. Okay, so I put a little bit of a yellow plant there. I'm just kind of showing you how you can use your pencils on top of the, my black acrylic paint here. It looks like a chicken. Look, it looks like a chicken with legs. I'm not going to be able to not see that. I'm going to have to change this because now it looks like, see the legs? I can see wings. All it needs is a beak, and it's a blue chockaboo. Gary. Okay, so let's just change that up a little because I don't want it to look like, let me go in here with some black pencil. I don't want it to look like a chicken. Now it's going to look like a headless chicken. Anyway, I wanted it to look like a planet up there, not a... Okay, so yeah, all right. So I just want to show you that you can add planets and other things in your little solar system, in your nebulization. Because it'll go over, see? Your pencils. Oh my gosh, you girls. All right, so now let's do some water. Let's start with this one. Okay, let me kind of move this over here. Let's get a nice bit of white paint. Maybe get rid of the feet. Planet Chick-fil-A. I have done chockaboos before. I did a hand drawn chockaboo and I sent it to Carrie. Carrie Love, the pixie. She and I both had played Final Fantasy. So anyway, I drew. It's on my. If you don't even have to follow me on Facebook to go see all my art albums. You just have to go into my Facebook, and pick albums, and then under albums there's artwork, and I think the Chockaboo is under artwork. I have a Gold Rush, I have fan art, I have YouTubers' faces that I've drawn. I have different albums, art albums, and you don't have to follow me or me follow you. I've made them public, so all my Facebook art albums are public. So yeah. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to have this time is bent right there, And I'm pretty zoomed in, but not, I don't know. Let's see where it goes. And again, I want to finish these 3 up so I can give them away. So I'd rather be early than late. So we're going to, I want to make sure I can get these done. Maybe nothing out of that one. Hey, Lily Lee. Anybody else popping in? Let's see. Do I want to come out of this? This is where I go shh, 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 shh. And kind of just get in the zone here. Okay. Ooh, it's getting a little warm up here. Hubster's got the heat on too high. It must be that champagne he's drinking. Oh, thanks. That's a nice thing to say, Lily. Your favorite place to be in the morning. Thank you. That's sweet. Thank you. Okay, I need to do my watch hands on this one. And I think I will put another planet right in here. I think I'll do it with the back end of my brush. I'll do with some paint here. That. Well, I'll go let the paint dry before I go around it with pencil, though. Or I hit it with the heat gun. I think I'll do that. Let me just get the heat gun. Okay, let's see. I think I'll do a little pencil. Clean the brush out for a minute, and I'll start doing a little bit of pencil here. I think I want, do I want teal back there? No, I kind of, I might just leave that. So this is where you can get in here with pencil and sharpen and define things. I hope y'all can see. I know I'm not completely zoomed in. Thanks. See, I lose, you lose some of the sharpness when you get too zoomed in. Because remember, guys, well, I'm not, even though I have an HD camera with Ustream on a webcam, you don't get HD with Ustream. Not for free. Let's put it that way. You don't get it for free. So I'm just getting in here. I'm going to put some glows around some things. Some auras. Let's do that. Before I put my watch hands. Dee Dee, your artwork is just phenomenal. Oh, thank you. That's nice, Kimmy. Thank you. We do a little bit of everything around here. Art journals, mixed media collage, art cards, color books. We draw animals on the big scroll. I want that aura to be kind of set out there. Let's do a little in teal here. There we go. Then let's see, where's my pasta? Okay, let's see now. And you don't, the watch hands, whether they're there or not, you don't have to follow them if you're drawing, like, you know, using something like that. You can always just paint it out. So, or, you know, our time can have 4 hands on a watch if we want. We can have 4 watch hands. Okay, so let's see. I want this to come through here. It's just a Posca paint pen. Let's see, I want to make sure I get this straight. This might come right to there. This drips right there. That hand of time is dripping. Can y'all tell I love me a little bit of Salvador Dali? Um, okay, let's have. Do I want that one to cut through? I think I'll just have it end right there. Okay. I'll have a star shine right here. Need to black that out. Okay. Make sure it's nice and dry and everything before I varnish it. Okay, let's see. Let's put a little shine on there. Let's put that with pencil. A little background here, way in the background. Let's put a little highlight on that. So this is the part where I just kind of, I could sit here all day and do one. Thanks, button. And then I can get in here with a few strategic stars. Put a little highlight around that one kind of a wheel look in there. Thanks, Dragon Slayer. Thanks, guys. Let's get this a little more sharp. All right, let's get a little yellow in there. Let's get in there and define some areas a little more. Okay, well, how's our time looking? Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to call this one done. And I'll paint the back black, and I'll sign them on the back. Love when the story comes together, yeah. So I think okay, let's move on to this one. All right, these kind of need almost kind of like a flowy wing effect here. Sorry, I got a little quiet. Hey, Morgan, thanks for stopping in. I'm going to do a giveaway here in a few minutes. All right, I want these to... Everybody still with the tour? Let me dry that. So I hope everybody's going to have a great 2018. Let's see. Don't forget on Jean, the musical scrapper .blogspot is where the schedule is for everybody that's streaming today. If you want to see all the streamers schedule. So let's build that a little thicker. All right, let's come down here. This is where you can kind of define things. I think I want a lightning or light to shoot through this. Let's see, how do I want to do this? And don't on that side, just this side. Present but working away. Yay! Okay, let's see. I know it looks a little fussy, but you know, this is where you play with getting rid of things and blacking things out, adding more. But it takes a minute. Don't want to add anything else. I'm deciding if I want a mist over the top. I don't know. May not need it. Caution, watching Didi can create Posca envy. Hi, Daddy. How you doing? Okay, let's see. Okay, I gotta get that last one done here, so. Okay. Just looking it over, seeing if there's anything else I want to add. You know? Because I can sit here and play on this for all day. But it makes me quiet when I do it. And we don't want to be quiet on New Year's, do we? On New Year's Eve. Okay, I think I'm going to call that one done. What do y'all think? Think that one's done? It's hard to stop, but if I have to, once you varnish it, there's no going back. So you got to make sure you get everything done you want to get done before you varnish it. So if I varnish these today, you know, they got to be done. So, yeah. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. C, let's see. Z, and then there's Zelly. I think I'm saying that right. Hey, Bunny. Anybody else popping in? All right, so we're going to call that one. So we got 2 of them done here. I'll zoom back out when we go to varnish and everything else. Okay, so this last one, let's see here what I want to do. Let's go with the teal. Okay, let's get rid of a little bit of that. Get rid of the distraction there. It needs to be a little bit of yellow. All right, now I kind of had a different idea for this one. Let's see if I can do some, I think it needs to be teal first. I want some mist on this one. Give me a moment. Give me a moment to work out the deets. Work out the deets on this one. So have y'all been posting what everybody else is going to do? And where and your links and everything? Make sure y'all post links to everybody that if you're here and you're streaming later, put in your link and put in your time. And if you're watching the recording, it's too late. But if you're if you're watching live and you want to see the full schedule, go to the musicalscrapper.blogspot, and you can see Jean's. Jean's got the schedule there. Let's see, a little light on that. So if you want to see everybody's. And what time is it? Okay, we have about 25 more minutes, 20 or 25 minutes till the next Happy New Year hour. Who's next on the it turning 2018 for them? We've done Australia, Guam. Turning you into a Bennett Klein fan? I know, right? I know, Lily. I know. Bennett Klein has an awesome group. If y'all like to color, if you've never tried to color, never colored, you know, go and peruse the awesomeness. That is Bennett Klein and his group over on Facebook. Let's see, I almost kind of, I think I'm going to put some black right over that paint. I got my black paint right there. It's too yellow right there. Same thing for right here. This needs to go. because I want some rays coming off of there. I think I'll do those with a baby wipe and a in mist paint. Okay, so let's see. We'll make sure we have time for the giveaways. Thanks, Janet, for putting in the link there for everybody that's here. Up next is Kathy Kayberg, and I'm sure she's put in her link by now, or somebody has. She will be streaming after me in around an hour, about an hour from now. Am I right? Hey, Hubster. Oh yeah, I'd love some fresh coffee. Thank you. I said, you must be down there drinking all the champagne. Oh, it's hot on the bottom because I got it on that thing. Yeah. Don't burn your little hand. Okay. He came in to get me some fresh coffee. Next is Japan and South Korea at 10 Eastern. Okay, thanks, Jean. So we got about 20 minutes. So we'll tell Japan and South Korea Happy New Year. Thank you, Sassy Pants. That's my nickname for Jean. Okay, I'm liking that. Now let's see. I think I want to glow around this right here. They're kind of like, to me, they kind of like represent buildings in the background. Although someone said that this one looked like a hot air balloon. Maybe we'll exaggerate that bit. Maybe we'll make it look like, because I was thinking that they could detach from their world. See, they could detach from their building and fly away. Know what I mean, Vern? Let's put a couple right here. In their world, they can their city can disengage, and they can just fly away with their hot air balloons. Okay, let's fix this one. I'm going to do mist coming out here. All right, let me do my watch hands here. Which way do I want them to go? I think I want to have these come down like this. And do I just want a star glow there? Maybe I don't usually have the star shine coming right out of the center of my watch, but I think I will today. All right, let me dry that. Put a little bit of shadow under there. Hey, Leah, Marita, I'm sure I'm missing some people coming in. You have a full house. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks, Hubster.
You're welcome.
It's almost time to say Happy New Year to Japan and South Korea at the top of the hour.
Konnichiwa and yobaseo.
Thank you.
Sorta.
Thank you, Hubster. Japanese and Korean. Konnichiwa and yobaseo. Dee Dee, my New Year drawing for 2018 will go online at Japanese New Year. Is that like, you mean when, like when they turn over from the year of the rooster to whatever? Is that what you mean, Leah? Or do you mean today? I'm not quite sure. A little more orange in there. I'm very impressed with how's upstairs. Okay, my coffee's nice and hot. Let me put it over on my little coffee stand. Okay, let's see. Time to add some. I want to do like a mist coming out here. So let me get a clean spot on my baby wipe and some thick white paint, and then I mash it into the baby wipe. I mash the white paint into the baby wipe. Mash, mash, mash. Rather than just mashing it into a thick bit of paint, you want to get it smashed in because you want it thin. Because I'm going to do like a mist. And it's got to be thin. Okay, then I might have a little bit of brightness there. I think I need a little bit of yellow in that. Let's get a little bit of yellow. Maybe a little teal too. Okay, let me get another spot here. Get the teal mashed in. I might do a little bit of that with the brush to get a little bit of line. I'm going to have to add a little black to it too. Let me dry it because I don't want it too faded out. So let me dry this. Let's go in with the black here. And keep some of that. Okay, I need a little bit of Sorry, I get quiet, guys, on the details. Because I like get in the zone, you know? You know what this almost looks like right here? This almost looks like the ball dropping. That's a little too much, I think. You know? Okay, this one over here needs a little... All right, let's see here. All right. Needs a little splatter down here. Where's my splatter brush? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay. Dry. Thanks. All right, let me just sharpen up a couple things here with my black. And maybe add just a couple, like it may need a little more. A couple orange. No, I need to do it with the back end of a brush. Oh, I didn't bring out any orange. Brought yellow. Right here. Hey, Paula. Hey, BG. Anybody else coming in? Almost done with the 3 here. Going to do giveaways. If Terry and Janet are ready to herd cats. If they're ready to herd cats. I want to put varnish on at least one just to show y'all how it goes. Let me dry again. Hey, Littlefoot. Juanita, Dale Quan Littlefoot. Hey, Joycey. All right, let's see. A couple. Make sure my stars are in the right positions. Make sure all the stars are aligned for the new year. And again, I'm going to varnish them. I'm going to paint the backs black and sign them on the back. So, yeah, let's see. So we still have a while. We've only been here an hour, 2 hours? Yeah, we've been here 2 hours. So we got a little bit more time. You're like, you said, my sweet layers. But I'm going to go ahead and do the giveaways. And then we will, that's too far back in. Well, it's okay for now. Yeah, let's zoom in one. Let's zoom back in one. Let's hurt the cats. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. I have 3 in no particular order. I'll just call them 1, 2, and 3. So let me get a little Post-it notes. Hang on. Let me get some tiny Post-its here. And I'm going to varnish them and everything. Let me go and varnish one. Let me go and varnish one. Then we'll do the. All right. So how I varnish them, and let's go ahead and put a piece of wax paper in here. I'll just do one now so that I'm not fighting, you know, wet varnish. So I'm going to put the piece of wax paper back in here. Okay. And I do this with my finger. If it's much bigger than this, if you do an art journal, then do it with a sponge brush, not a regular brush, because a regular brush will leave brush marks, but either a sponge brush or my finger. Thanks, Janet. Yeah, and don't put any numbers in yet. What will happen is when I type in, and I know there's a lag, we all know there's a lag. When I type in go, then everybody will put in a number between 1 and 100, and then I'll do random.org, and the three people closest to the number without going over. I'm just going to put a blob here. So you see about a blob like that. And I'm just going to kind of roll it around and then just kind of swipe it off the edge. Oh, there's a little bit of glue on there. And just kind of wipe it off the edge like that. And it'll look a little milky at first. Give it a few hours to dry. I make sure I dry it. Let me a little drop more. I'm not pushing down. I'm gliding. I'm gliding over the top of it. I'm not mashing. Okay? And so the three people closest without going over will win 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Does that make sense? So I'm going to do my giveaways here for these. Okay, so I think I can take this out as long as I'm careful. So this is what it looks like when it's shiny. And it will flatten out and dry perfectly clear, but it gives it a nice gloss finish. Here, let me show you one of the art cards. Here's some of the art cards. It's all kind of the same thing. See how they're shiny and kind of, it just kind of makes it all flattens everything out with the gloss. So these are some of my art cards I showed earlier, and just so y'all can kind of see. It's all the same process. These are just smaller. My art cards are 3 by 4. These travelers are, let me get the exact size because I forget. They are 4 by 8 1/4. 8 1/4. Is it 4 exactly? 4, maybe 4 1/4. Looks like 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. Okay. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and I will varnish them all and paint the backs. See, I paint the backs a matte black and then sign them on the back. Okay. And then we'll just hang for a few minutes, and we'll wait for Kathy Kayberg to set up. Maybe I'll do a little, I don't want to do a book haul, but everybody wants to see the flow book. Maybe I'll show the flow book. How about that? And I'll show it again on the book haul day. Everybody's anxious to see the flow book I bought. It's not the Flow magazine, it's a flow book. It's not the paper book. It's a different one, guys. Okay, so there's 1. Maybe we'll do that. Because I wanted to get ahead of the game. I didn't want this to get cut off at the end. Do you know what I mean, Vern? So, all right. So I just want to make sure everybody has time and a chance to do it. And if you're watching on recording, if you don't want to see taking the couple of minutes to do the giveaway, then just fast forward to the, hang on, I'm looking for my Sharpie. Where's my big Sharpie? Fast forward to the books or whatever we do next. Okay. All right. Wait till I type in go. And it'll take a minute while my mods are looking to make sure everybody, has the right 1, 2, and 3, the 3 people. It'll take a minute, it'll take a minute. So, good luck to everybody and Happy New Year. All right, everybody put your numbers in. And in the meantime, I will bring up random.org on my phone. I gotta go let me get my iPad. Y'all put in your numbers. 1 number only. Let me grab my iPad. Well, I know, but they still. All right. Let's see. All right, everybody get your number in. before I type in stop. Don't wait. Don't wait. Let me see here. Let's see. Hang on. Clear out my iPad background apps. Let me give everybody that minute to put in your numbers. One number only. Let me get to random.org. Okay. All right, last chance to get your number in. Okay, I'm going to type in stop. All right, here we go. Random.org. Well, let's see if I can get it. Okay, let's see if I get the right light. Hang on. There we go. All right, let's go over here to the generator. Ready? Wait for it. Wait for it. Generate. The 3 people closest to 38 without going over. 38. Three people closest to 38 without going over. And Sherry, Janet, anybody can go look. Let's make sure everybody, 2 people looks like they had 37. I'm going to wait for my mods to tell me. And the first one, the second one, and the third one. Can y'all tell me, or I guess it doesn't matter what order, really, just the first 3 people. Okay, it looks like Kathy, it looks like Kay Moore, Karen Kay Moore. Okay, Kay Moore. And I know I have her address. I'm pretty sure. But I might get y'all to send them to me again. You know, I might get y'all to send them to me again just to make sure. Ziagog, Z-H-I-G-A, I'm not how you pronounce it. I know I don't have your address. So you're going to have to get me your address. Okay, so there's 2 people they had 37. I need one more person. Someone said Dorothy had 36. Okay, so Kay Moore. Ziagog, Zia. Who was the third one? Was Dorothy the closest with 36? We need the third person. Okay, I need a third person. Was it Dorothy with 36? Can someone help me out here? I need my mods to let me know here. Dorothy was after the stop. Okay. All right, so was it Picola? Y'all let me know. I need to know. Picola was 35? Okay, Picola. Okay, so there we go. We have Kathy K. Moore. And I need your addresses. Here's my... I'm pretty sure I have Karen K. Moore. I know I don't have Z's, Z-H-I. And I do have Picola. So let me put in my, and if somebody could readdress it. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, Janet. All right, there we go. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, Yeah. Now I'm going to set these aside. Hang on, because this one's wet. And I'll just give y'all a quick little peruse of a book. Paula's been wanting to see this one too. And she's here, so. I will show this, and then we will take a little break before, let me get my lighting here. Hang on, guys. Let me get the right light here and all that business. It got really dark. Whoa, 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 whoa. Brightness. There we go. It won't turn my bright light auto off. It's just not going to turn off. I was telling y'all I had some problems with the camera settings this morning. So, okay. Thank you, Kmore. Yeah, you and Z. Yeah, you're welcome. Make sure ZHI. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Zga. I don't know. Anyway, y'all know who it is. Zhigag. Thank you. Okay, now I'm not gonna do the whole book haul. I'm just gonna take a minute and kind of show you guys this one because it's kind of like a New Year type resolution type book. Now I don't do resolutions. I mean, we all set goals and have plans and goals. To me, that's different than a resolution. If you need to change something in your life so badly that you need a resolution for it, you better be doing it in June, July, August. You know what I mean, Vern? You better be doing your resolutions all year long. Goals, to me, goals and plans are different than a resolution. We all should have goals and plans. But anyway, this is a kind of a book to, if y'all know the flow, it's all about, going with the flow, staying low. So anyway, this is a flow book. It's called A Book That Takes Its Time, an unhurried adventure in creative mindfulness. I did show I did a tweet of four new books that I got at Barnes and Noble. I got some other ones from Amazon, Books A Million, and some other books as well. But this one, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys right now. I will show it again. I'll show it again when I do a book haul flip or whatever you want to call it. You set intentions. That's a good, yeah, intentions. That's good, Julie Topaz. Okay, so it's a big book. It's a thick book. It's a heavy book, and it's not a cheap book. Flows are all imported, so they are more expensive. The magazine, the books, the drawing books, the sketch books, the mindfulness books, they are all more expensive because they are imported. This one was $27.50 US. The ISBN, which is tiny, let me get a magnifying glass. The ISBN 978-07611-93777. So that's the ISBN. It's put out by Workman. And I'm not sure if this one happens to be published in the States. I don't know. But most of their books are imported and more expensive. Oh, okay. Today, Terry said that it's on Prime, Amazon Prime today for $14.99. Deal. So I had my gift card, so I bought it with my family, gave me gift cards, Amazon and book Barnes and Noble and all that. So the book is thick. Let me tell you all the size. Where's my ruler? Did I put my ruler over here? So the book is 7 3/4 by 9. And it is thick. It is an inch plus the innards are an inch. So it's a little over and maybe an inch and a quarter with the thick covers. So there you go. Yeah, that is a deal. Thanks, Terry, for the links. You all enabler, you. Okay, so it has a book belongs to in the front. A book, and I know it's going to keep flashing out, guys. My camera software is not letting me do much adjusting for whatever reason. It's locked in. I was a little concerned that I may not even be able to stream because I had a hard time getting the software to open this morning. And I was thinking, uh-oh, I hope I can stream on our New Year's stream, but we got it opened. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of peruse it. And there's lots of articles, lots of things about slowing down, taking time, don't be so busy, smell the roses, that kind of content. Okay, so the contents are: the time is now, time to breathe, time to learn, time to create, time to reflect, time to let go, time to be kind, the index, the credits, and about the authors. Okay? The time is now, the intro. And apparently, I did read this. Apparently, they have some kind of workshops, mindfulness workshops. I did not know that that they had any kind of mindfulness workshops. And so I'm going to flip through and kind of show you some of the parts too. I'm obviously not going to read the articles, but just so you can get a good idea what's in the book. Okay. I'm sorry. What happened with Paula? I see woohoo Paula, but I didn't see what happened to her. Can someone let me know? Did she get a raise or did she go to a new job? And I know there's a lag, so I'll wait till somebody says. Oh, and it's Happy New Year. We missed the top of the hour for Japan and Korea, South Korea. So Japan and South Korea are now 2018. Oh, she got a raise. Yay! Congratulations, Paula. What a good New Year start. That's awesome. That's a great way to start the new year out. Congratulations. Thanks, Terry. Look, a beautiful moment. And I'll just read the subheader. It's so easy to fall in the can't do it, too busy, no time mode, just going about our day. But when we do, our lives can become too structured and we suffer from a lack of spontaneity. We really can stop and smell the roses. There's an article. See, there's lots of, reading. So here are a bunch of, and if y'all know Flow, books, magazines, and paper books and all that, they always have a lot of punch-outs, cutouts, mini books, all kinds of inserts, tags, all kinds of things in it. So this one's called Note Cards for Your Beautiful Moments Jar. And what they are is a bunch of cards. They're all perforated. And it's your beautiful moment. And you can write your beautiful moment. And there's something on the back of each, there's the beautiful moment words. And then there's the back side of the card. So there's a whole bunch of those. There's 9. There's 9, 27. 36 of them. 36 little cards, and you can, punch them out. I've not done anything in this book yet. I wanted to try to show you guys the books before I did things in them. A couple of them I couldn't wait, but okay, here's one called Celebrate the Wait. We want to see a movie, and ta-da, we download it. We're craving strawberries. They're available, even in winter. We want to see our friends across the world. Skype. We hardly have any time to savor anticipation anymore. So, of course, around here with Eileen the Enabler, Elf, we don't wait very well. But anyway, so there's an article on that, and then look, the joy of one thing at a time. And they have little glue dots. They have little glue dots for when they do little booklet inserts and things, so you can just peel them out. The Joy of One Thing at a Time notebook. And it's a little notebook with little quotes and little sayings, and all about doing one thing at a time. So they have these little books and booklets in here. So this is the joy of one thing at a time. In today's busy world, it's often hard to find time to devote our attention to a single task. We want to do everything, and sometimes it is so paralyzing we end up doing nothing. That's the little subhead there. Step out of your comfort zone. They say that life begins at the end of your comfort zone, and that there are benefits of living with some uncertainty. But how do you identify your own zone so you can move beyond it? So there's all kinds of tips. It's a whole book of all this stuff, right? Life is about finding the balance, and little poems and ideas and tips. Follow your dreams. The new wisdom of pleasant propaganda. When a long-forgotten World War II propaganda poster resurfaced, it brought a daily inspiration into the 21st century and sparked the creations of new motivational posters by clever contemporary designers. And then they got a whole thing on that. So, the power of screen time. Oh, reflections on the power of screen time. It seems that everywhere we turn these days, in cafes, on the train, out on the street, and even at home on the couch, people are staring at their little screens. Why is social media so addictive? And is it a bad thing? We asked a psychologist, a new media expert, and a professor to weigh in. So, Terry goes, oops, that book just jumped into my cart. Time to learn. The one with the yellow leaves. It's strange, really, that we often don't know the names of the wildflowers that grow near our homes or the birds in our gardens. A whole new world opens up when we get into a smidgen of nature knowledge. So that's what this section's about. And finding sources for all the names of the birds and the flowers. Here's a section on what are your values. Season to taste, some little recipes with the different herbs and things here. A case for hand lettering. Now I bought 2 new hand lettering books that we're going to do hand lettering. I have a lot of books on hand lettering already from my calligraphy collection, but I want to try to do more brush lettering. So more painting of letters. And so that's kind of what I'm going to try to do in the new year. So I do have 2 new books on lettering. This one is the case for hand lettering. Now there's different types of lettering. There's calligraphy like with nibs and calligraphy dip pens, calligraphy nibs and fountain pen nibs. There's that kind of calligraphy. But there's also hand lettering and drawing letters. So you draw letters. There's the brush lettering, which is painting your letters. So there's all different types of fancy lettering. Here's some little worksheets, practicing swirls. When you're smiling, an interview with clinical psychologists, blah, 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 blah. Feeling stressed, turn the frown upside down. Even if your smile isn't quite genuine, you'll feel better soon. So just the psychology of smiling. Here's look around you. Here are some little boxes with check-offs. You check them off. Not check off. Not Star Trek check off. This is check off list. So like find the number 11, find a bench, check off that you've seen clouds, a snail, a daisy, a traffic light, and there's some pages and pages of those where you check off things that you've found. And this is also a good way for you to make your own list of things or find a list like I Spy. Look for I Spy lists on Google or whatever. And then when you're out, if you have a little notebook, a traveler's insert with you, whatever you carry around, a molly in your pocket. That's not a mole. That's a moleskine. And carry around in your pocket with a list of I Spy, and you can check things off. Go on a nature walk, an I Spy nature walk. Take the kids, the grandkids, and do the I Spy. Kind of like you do, license plates and those kind of things. Okay, so then the next section here is what's the line of your life, making a timeline. So what this one does, there's an article here. Let me just read the header. A personal timeline is something that can be really helpful when making choices and plans for the future. It literally lets you get back in time and consider, I've done all this. This choice has led to good things. Or this is a feeling I want to have again. So what they do is they give you a chart in here, a fold-out chart, for you to incorporate a timeline. And then there's also little icons here. And then you can write in all the little speech bubbles, and chart has dates, and you chart you a timeline, and it gives you, ideas of what to chart in the article. So there's this pull-out timeline chart. Are y'all enjoying this book? Don't be afraid of emotions. We often hide our emotions or try to escape from them by keeping ourselves busy. But emotions actually provide us with useful messages about ourselves, letting us know who we are and what we value. Articles. Okay. How about you? And then you talk a little analyzation of your own emotions. You're loving the book? Yeah, I know, right? Time to create. I did not know this book was out there. I just happened to see it on a stack out at Barnes & Noble. I did not know this book was out there. I knew that there was a mindfulness. Janet has a different one. Janet, didn't you get a mindfulness? Was it a magazine or was it this book, Janet? Because I didn't see you flip it. So I'm not sure if this was the book you got. I know she got a mindfulness something, but I don't know if it was the magazine or was it this book, Janet. Time to create. Soup recipes. All different soup recipes here. Meditation makes you more creative. And for whatever kind of meditation you, however you describe that, Janet has this book. Okay, I missed her flip of it. Oh my gosh, I wish I would have seen it. Did you record? I did not see you flip this book, Janet, or I would have been ordering it right then. I did not see it, so I'm glad you got it. You need to flip it too. I mean the book. Oh, brother Eileen. Eileen and Janet, I swear. Okay, here's some snail mail. Here's some little postcards, and they're all perforated. You can cut, pull them out. So there's a whole bunch of little mini postcards here. They're probably about, here's my ruler. What are they? 3 by 4? What are they? 3.5. 3.5 by 4.5. It's probably a European standard size postcard. I'm not sure. So they have the little postcards. A lot of them here. Quite a few of them. No, this is the book you got. Okay, yeah. It's awesome, isn't it? Have you done anything with it yet, Janet, other than pet it? Lists clear the mind. And y'all know I'm big on writing things down. So here's some confirmation for you. You have to get it out of your head. If you have 1,000 ideas floating around in your head, whether you list it, mind map it, or just write the idea down, it clears brain cells, the little gray matter. It cleans it out so you have room for more. Taking the time to write lists make it easier to visualize how to make changes and cultivate gratitude for all the good in your life. So then here's all these different lists you can make. Things that make me happy, things that worry me, habits I want to break, things I want to let go of, things my inner critic tells me and what I want to say back, things that give me energy. So there's all kinds of little lists you can fill out. How to be happy with yourself. So here's like hugging yourself, your inner critic, how to, tame the inner critic. Oh, you're welcome, Paul. I knew you'd love this one. And, and I will record it again when I do a book haul. But I just thought since you were here and you're working all the time, we never get to see you. I thought you would enjoy this one. Just take one photo. So, taking a photo and doing something with one photo. Open your mind onto paper. Making a collage is a great way to get a fresh perspective. Forget about the to-do list and schedules for a moment. Then tear, cut, paste, and create using your intuition as a guide. So there's some articles here on collage, cutting and pasting. Here's a big fold out for you to do collage on, to make a collage on, right there. Here's a bunch of collage images if you want to use these. Some little collage squares, some collage words. We have to make our own life while we are living it. Little posters like that are in here. You're starting in this tomorrow, Janet? Okay. Time to reflect. Why life looks better with a beginner's mind. Because of everything we know and all the opinions we've already formed about what we know, we are seldom able to just look at something. But how much better would it be if you could, every now and then, see everything with fresh eyes? So there's an article on that. The writing cure. Are you troubled by something? Write about it. Organizing your thoughts on paper can put you in a whole new track. You don't need to be a good writer or even spell well to learn how to use therapeutic writing to your advantage. So there's that. And then here's another little glue dotted in 30-day notebook. Mini course in mindful analysis, 30 days of writing and thinking. So see, there's just so much. See, there's week 5 through 30 days of writing exercises. What did Jean say? I'm afraid to ask what Jean said. Fill your paper with the breathings of your heart. Wise words. The following pages are full of wise words from leading figures in mindfulness, the kind of quotes we love to keep in our hearts and frame on our walls. So, like wherever you go, there you are. And so there's little quotes and little sub-stories about them. So there's and these can be used like posters too. When you get done with the book, you can just deconstruct. I don't like to say tear it up. We call it deconstructing. Fill in lists. So there's all kinds of, I want more of this in my life. What I need to achieve it. People I want to spend more time with. So a wish list. What I want to stop doing completely, what I want to do differently, things like that. So there's all these little lists. And if you don't want to write them in this book, if you already have a planner, a journal, a syllables notebook, take the ideas out of here and rewrite it over in your syllables, your planner, your journal, your travelers, whatever kind of notebook, planner, idea collecting, composition book, whatever it is you're using. It has to be something you like doing. Whatever it is that you like keeping your ideas in, transfer this. You don't have to write with my family and fill this in, although that's fine if you want to use this book as a whole. But otherwise, just pick out the things that you want to concentrate on in January. Pick some of them out to do in February. Pick another section to do in March. So you can go through this book monthly and pick out a section and transfer those ideas into something like a traveler's. If you're used to carrying your travelers, using a traveler's, a Midori, whatever it is that you're used to writing in, then take the ideas one by one every month for a year and work them out in your own personal journal. Because sometimes a nice, fresh, beautiful, brand new book can be intimidating. Maybe if you do a few of the ideas in a traveler's, in your syllabus, in your composition book, in whatever book you're using, your planners, if you just do a couple of the ideas in there, then maybe you'll get brave and feel like, okay, now I can use this book. Does that make sense? So if you're worried about using the book, at least take the ideas from the book and transfer them over into your journals. Celebrate today. Mindfulness in pictures. And see, these are also great kind of pages to journal on. Allow life to be just as it is. Well, again, it's quite extensive. Lists, exercises, self-awareness. What are your thoughts about happiness? A little Q&A here. Time to let go. Let your mind run free. Running is often a very meditative activity, but you can consciously use it as a mindfulness practice with Qi running, a method that is focused on pain-free posture, core strength, and relaxation. So I'm guessing it's a form of maybe yoga or something. I don't know. When I run, I really run. I don't Qi run. C-H-I-G, yeah. And then you can do it. Here's a little running, walking. If you can't walk, or if you want to run or jog, here's a little chart, a little time thing to do it 3 times a week, and for different time, times, lengths of time to run. This time you'll succeed. The art of vulnerability. It's always hard to admit that you don't know something or that you need a little help. Yet vulnerability may be the secret to a happy life. Of course, if you're in our groups here, whether it's my Ustream YouTube, or if you're in any of the other girls here that do YouTube, we always have the answer. Because we're so many of us. We all have answers amongst the group. So all you have to do around here or with any of these girls is just ask, and somebody will find the answer, because it's like snapping turtles. It's like snapping turtles, people. Somebody's always got the answer, don't they? Right, guys? Okay, so how are we doing on time? We are okay, so I'm almost done with the book, and then we're gonna take a little break and then head over to Kathy Kberg's, and I think Kathy and Ange are doing it jointly. Kathy, you're up first, though, right? That's right, Terry. Asking, you will receive. Oh, hey, Ange. Okay, so who's going first? Is it Kathy Kberg's next? And we own Google, too. True. Mindfulness and love. Let me just do a little more hurried here. Let's stick together. Well, here's the perfect thing. Look, these are all little stickers, and you can color them and name them each one. There's Paula, there's Jean, there's Eileen, there's Terry Trouble, there's Sherry, there's... And they give you sheets of them, like 2 sheets of stickers. So you could name these, take these out. If you want to, let's just say you want to write a letter to one of your friends, or if you just want to think about your friend or pray for your friend, make one of these little stickers your own. Or you could just draw your own, put their name on it, have a page for that person you're concerned about, especially if it's somebody sick or trying to break a habit, or someone you want to encourage, someone you want to be more in contact with. You don't have to have these stickers. You can just do a doodle, or you can cut a little face out of a magazine, and use it. Okay? Happy with nothing new. Need something? In the past, we might have rushed out to the store for whatever we wanted, but that's changing. Now more, we're often seeking things secondhand, sharing or borrowing, or simply learning to be satisfied with what we have. It's more sustainable, cheaper, and much more relaxed. However, if you are friends with Eileen the Enabler Elf, okay, so vacation discoveries, all kinds of little things, like here's painting sticks and making your own starfish. It's just all kinds of little projects, crocheting and little craft projects. The beauty of dreaming. Everyone has a dream: writing a book, traveling around the world, or quitting your job and doing something completely different. Often the dream doesn't become your reality, even if you nurture it. And this may not be such a bad thing. So it's just talking about having just the dreams. You know, we can have a million dreams and we should be writing them down, but that doesn't mean, obviously, we're never going to do everything that we would love to do in a lifetime, right? But just dreaming about it, writing about it, drawing about it, painting about it. So even if you can't say go to Bali in, or whatever, draw it, write it, make a poem about it. Okay? Can we see the cover again? Yes, Dot. Here we go. This is the cover. Has the Flow logo at the top. A book that takes its time is the title. Okay, we're almost done. So here's some my dreams. Angry, anxious, jealous? Being mindful can help. Mastering the art of quitting. And I don't think this just means like a bad habit, say like smoking. I think it means stopping things you know are not productive. Let's just say you have a project you're doing, you have an art, and I had to do this with a lot of art things. Like, for instance, I'll give you an example, three-dimensional art. I love the idea and the look of three-dimensional, like little boxes of art, dimensional art. And this was years ago. This is way before I started streaming. I made this decision. I still have a few of those boxes, like taking cigar boxes and making little vignettes and art projects and three-dimensional. I love the look of it. I love the idea of it. But when I actually got down to doing it, same thing for jewelry making, and some other projects too. When I actually got down to making it and doing it, I found I did not enjoy it. Nothing wrong with those projects, and there's people that love doing certain, different things. We all love our different things. Sometimes too many things. Well, that's where this comes in. You have to you have to kind of, if you have to be honest with yourself. I do not enjoy the process of making three-dimensional little boxes. So I had to just stop. I gave away a lot of the stuff, my clay stuff, same thing. Clay, jewelry making, I did not enjoy the process. So that's mastering the art of quitting. Time to be kind. What do you give yourself? A letter to yourself. And then here's another little envelope full of little poetry pictures. So there's little sticker-like things here to do poetry pictures with. And again, it's in a little envelope stuck with glue dots. Together is better. Try a little tenderness. When you judge yourself less and allow for mistakes, you have a more relaxed life. A course in self-compassion teaches us to look at ourselves in a kinder, friendlier way. And yes, this can make you happier. We're so easy on our friends and our fibs, our friends in the box, and we'll almost sometimes overcompensate to the point of enabling sometimes. We're so kind with others, but yet we're so hard on ourselves, right? So there's a little article on that. Exercise in self-kindness. Notes. How to console someone. Be aware of the good things around you. So, and then the index. There's just so much to the book, and then here at the back, there's little cards, again, with the little glue dots on it, little glassine envelope, and little cards. You could write letters, little notes to yourself, and again, here's an idea of it, guys, and you can make these. You can make these yourself, Make your own little calling cards, if you will. So that's everything. Of course, I just gave you the highlights of it. But yeah, exactly, Terry. We're our own worst critics. Yet we're all about encouraging our friends, but we should learn to do that with ourselves too. Imagine if you're going through an art project that's not turning out. Let's just say that was, oh, that's Terry's project. What would I tell Terry? What would I tell Terry if that was her project and it wasn't turning out? Well, tell that to yourself. Tell that to yourself. Okay, so Kathy Kberg is up next. She's a little nervous. So, oh well, she doesn't have to be nervous around us. So, and her channel, of course, if you're watching this recording, it's too late to watch it live, but she's K Berg, the letter K Berg 59. And again, if you're watching the recording and you want to see all the people that did stream, um, the musical scrapper.blogspot, Jean, i.e. Sassy Pants, has a list on her blog. So if you want to go watch the recordings, and probably most of us will upload to YouTube. So yeah, so I'm going to take a little break here, and we've been here nearly 3 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes, and we'll head on over to. Okay, you'll be okay. So she'll be on here shortly. So thanks everybody, and I hope everyone has a happy new year. I was glad to ring in the new year for Australia, Guam, Japan, and South Korea. So thanks everybody, and y'all have a great day. We'll see you at the next streamer. Bye guys.